Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn. I hope everyone's doing well today. Take a deep breath. Sending you lots of love and blessings out there. I have two twin flame reads for you today. They're both for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, for the Twin Flame Collective. The second one's the one I did last night is really short, so I'll do that second. I'm going to do the one in front of you first. So I'm going to show you the pictures of both reads so you have them, so you can refer back to them. All right, so the one I'm doing second, the shorter read, is from last night, and that's this read here. Okay. Okay, and then the read in front of you, which I'm going to do first, is this read here. So that's the SIRIAN STARSEED deck. It's the main deck for the read, and the rest are clarifiers. It's a 7-deck read. Okay, so there's a lot of energy there on the table. If something doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. And it is for both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine twin flames. And so here we go. Some really strong messages came through with this one today as well. So let's see where we are here. Today is the 14th of October, 2020. 14 is the Temperance card, which is all about patience and balance and that higher love. The day adds up to the 28, which is a 1. So it's that masculine energy, but it's also the twin flames, the choice of a path, the co-creation. So we have the 2 of Wands and the Temperance card, being patient in your choice of path. So we cut the deck here, the SIRIAN STARSEED deck, for the read in front of you at 9:41 to 42 this morning. 41 and 42 is the Ace and 2 of Cups. I finished clarifying the read at 10:14, which is the same as the date, so 10:14 and 10:14. Again, that turn for the better of the 10 and the 14 of the Temperance, the higher love. There were no major arcana in this read today, which is very rare. We had the indigo pop up after the read in the cards the extra cards I pull, but the read had no majors in it, and the only major that came up was indigo, which was after the read. We have 2 cups, 2 wands, 2 swords, and 5 pentacles today. A lot of pentacles, which has to do with time, money, effort of day-to-day life. And the court cards, we had the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords all came up within the read, and that was it. We also have number-wise. The code line was all about communication. The calm was separate from the unication, so it's accentuating the unification, the unity consciousness. And then cation, of course, is the ion with less electrons or less feminine energy. So it's like in a hungry state, right? So it's motivated to go out and get some more electrons. So the numbers here, we have double 8s, double 9s, double 2s, and in a lesser sense, the double 10s, just reminding you to keep your vibration high. The 22 is the Fool, the Open Heart, taking a leap of faith, the 88 of both the masculine and feminine, both balanced and dancing within their own masculine and feminine, and then standing side by side with each other. The 99 being all about compassion and universal selflessness and kindness, and endings as well. And then the 10-10 of keeping your vibration really high. So the code line was all about communication. So the calm, keeping things calm in communications in order to unify when you are hungry with cation. So the code line, was it just, I didn't even add all the numbers. So we had a lot of numbers in the code line today. So we had 2, 1, 1, and then 76. So it's literally 80 it comes out as. And 80 is like the dance of the twins, the 8 and 8, when the one twin isn't quite dancing within their own masculine and feminine yet in that dance. Let's see here. And it's also 80, was coming up with 80 around the world in 80 days. It was coming up yesterday. So the other numbers that came up here were, 44 also came up in a lesser sense, like 1010. And 44 again is that grounding, integrating, mastering of love, especially receiving love. And we also had 12 come up, which is the hangman. 6, 7, 8, 9, just in time. Also 24, which is the Queen of Wands. 46, which is the Six of Cups, the children in the garden. Let's see, 48, which is the Eight of Cups, walking away within. And then 9, 10, begin again and again and again. The code line being all about communications. And the challenge card today was the Knight of Pentacles, but in the read it's reversed. And the block that you need to overcome as a twin flame today has to do with the Six of Pentacles upright, the sharing, the being charitable, the settling out perhaps when you need to walk away from something. So the message here from the code line is all about Christ and the source, the madman that he is, right? The wise one who is clear to bridge, or 281, which that number is the end of karma around the world, to bridge the 3D dance and ace the aiding of the one Knight of Pentacles, that humble servant. The 7 of the Chariot, the feminine within the masculine. The 6 of the Lovers, the Sophia 9. The Inn, right? The Happiness Hotel, as I'm going to happily refer to the Muppets Hotel as the Fleabag Inn. The Happiness Hotel, the I and the I am that I am, the I am presence. The 4 that is of the Emperor, the roar of the Emperor, which is God, only one entity. Mother, Father, Christus, Sophia, God, Creator, Source, is the Emperor, has control. The Water, the Jaguar, all comes up under that. The Christ Tifo, or Source Water, Source Fool, Source Foe. Being wise and clear with the 28, the choice of path, the twin flames, and also 2A may come up for somebody, or 281s in the end of karma. Or 81 came up in two different ways, literally. It came up as the number 8 and the number ace for 81, but also came up as an ADE and then ace. 81. That's really cool how they did that. Okay, and then the 81, so the 81 being the end of karma, or the 81, the one that needs aid or is 80. And then the Knight of Pentacles, which is the humble loyal servant, the 67, and then we had 76 right after that. It was the Knight of Pentacles and then 76, and the Knight of Pentacles is 67, the reflection of 76, which is the 8 of Pentacles, the loyal humble servant, and the one who is very focused on detail work, being creative, the divine feminine and the masculine, the Lovers in. I am that I am. God, Emperor, Water, the Jaguar, lady laying in wait. So some of the definitions about the Jaguar that I'm bringing up now they've come from dreamstop.com, universeofsymbolism.com, theastrologyweb.com, and pure-spirit.com. So the natives view the jaguar as the guide to the inner being, their spiritual afterlife. Also in the dream, it can represent your raw sexuality that is inside of you. The jaguar is also considered more accessible at night, the divine feminine powers of life and fertility. Also your aggressiveness and the power to face your fears and confront your enemy. The embodiment of courage, strength, beauty, and rejuvenation, valor, loyalty, fertility, spiritual power. And this jaguar energy can impress, but it also can intimidate all at the same time. So this is paralleling to the God energy, the I am that I am. The 4 of the Emperor, that is God, the I am that I am, that God is the inn, it's the Happiness Hotel, and the Jaguar is all coming up in reference to God. The Knight of Pentacles of the 67 and the 8 of Pentacles of the 76 are reflections of the feminine and the masculine lovers in the inn of God. The 4, the Emperor, the Jaguar, the I am that I am. The foe. Foe means not only your enemy or even the person. It also means water. It means to peel, or in other words, to unravel the layers. It means brother, cousin, the number 4, under, below, towards, throughout, in front of, or, like you are well aware, the rival, or Satan, the dangerous madman. So I was referenced back to the alchemy chart that I'd taken a picture of the other day with the drawings of the symbolism of the different planets and the days of the week. And also when I'd done Jen McCarty's meditation the other day, she was bringing up the 10 on the 10-10, and I was getting the 10 becoming the Q, the 0 with the line, just in a different location, going from the 3D to the 5D. And then the alchemy chart, because of that, and getting what symbolism I could from whatever messages were coming in as I look at these day of the week charts. So on the alchemy chart, the first symbol that I was most attracted by was the Jupiter symbol, because it literally looks like a number 4 but a 21 all at the same time. And I'm going to show you that. See that first one right there? That symbol there is the symbol for Jupiter. It's also tin. The symbol is S and N. Thursday's symbol, and sapphire as well, all with Jupiter. Okay, so that symbol literally is the number 4 and the 21 at the same time, being God, and 21 is the world, the whole thing. So it's very significant here. And then the Saturn symbol is like a lowercase h with a T, a lowercase t, which is very interesting because the lowercase t is the cross. It's the distortion of the cross, right? Because the plus sign is correct, but the cross is the dysfunction, right? It's the off-balancedness of the human. So we have the T, lowercase t, and then a lowercase h together is the symbol for Saturn, which is also lead and capital P lower b. It's also Saturday and the diamond. So here the diamond is referencing Saturn, which is Capricorn, not Taurus, as it is in our normal charts. Also the circle with the cross below it, like a person. And it references it like the Celtic cross, not just a straight line and a straight line, but the triangle ends like in a Celtic cross. The circle, like a head with on top of a cross, which is like a body, is Venus, copper, capital C, lowercase u, and it also represents Friday and lapis. But if you break it down, it's instead of a number or a letter, it's the 0 and the plus sign. And the 0 very much represents the sun as well as the human embodiment of source. And then the plus, which I've brought up to you that sign before, because it is the pi symbol of the circle with the vertical line plus the salt symbol, which is the circle with the horizontal line, equals the pi, the salt of the earth, kneeling is the pineal gland. So the plus is the pineal, and the circle is the human embodiment of source, but also represents the sun and can represent the moon all at the same time. However, in this chart for alchemy or alchemical purposes, the moon is represented by the crescent moon, not the circle. The last symbol I'm going to bring up here that's more complicated is the same one, the circle with the plus sign beneath it, but it's got that little halo above it, or little devil symbol as well, but it's like the crescent moon on top of the head, representing the feminine or the Mercury. So that's Mercury, Hg, Wednesday, and the stone is smaragd. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, Smaragd. And then the sun is just a circle with a dot in the middle. The moon is the crescent, or how I like to call it, the slivery moon, and is the pearl, whereas the sun is the chrysolite. I want to say chrysolite. I'm not sure if the spelling is the same in the alchemy chart as it is in today's charts, but and then of course Mars is that circle with the arrow, which is the distortion of the masculine. And it's interesting because that symbol is the only one that doesn't have the three-way part of the Celtic cross. It's just a plain arrow. It's not like the others. And this is from the alchemical chart, not anyone else's symbols. So for me, when I was making up my alphabet of all the downloads I've been getting about the letters' meanings, the lowercase t always just comes up as the crucifixion and the persecutors, the cross. The lowercase h was coming up as the evergreen, never seen. For me, in other words, that's the feminine who's been held down, the divine feminine reaching up, but in balance in doing so. So then TIFO is coming up in the code line there. And TIFO is short for tifosi, which is Italian, which is infected by typhus, literally. But it references acting in feverish manner, or in other words, the fans. So also that symbol for Mars with the circle and the arrow is getting off-planet distortion. And that also represents the iron core of the Earth, which is now changing to the diamond. So it's like the antiquated version of the masculine. So again, the distorted, the outdated, okay? And of course, iron is Fe, as in Kofifi and all that. And then it's the Tuesday day of the week in amethyst. So we're going into that diamond energy of Saturn. And that references lead. And then Jupiter's the sapphire. All right, so we go back to the code line, and we have the Christ fans now, because the TIFO came up in the code line. So the Christ fans, the source unraveling emotions, as well as danger and rivals, or in other words, the unknown. Under, in front of, towards, and upward, everything came up here in definitions except for behind or the past. Being wise and clear, the 2 of the high priestess to the 81 of the end of karma, bridging the 3D dance until that age of 81. In the old days, the 3D, the reflection of the moon, right? 1881 is the reflection of the moon. The aid in acing, or that Addy 1, the good at, or the good of being Christ-like. And notice that good is only one O off of God, right? Because Christ is of God. So we have God and good. Good at being Christ-like, or like God. The sap or plant, the vital essence in meditation. And the unity of acing this energy, the 6 of the Sophia 9, the lovers. The chakra system, the Christ Elohim. The jaguar, the inn, the water, the 4, or the emperor. I am that I am, of the jaguar. Roar, right? So the lion isn't the only one who roars. So this was also bringing up the daylight and nightlight, right? So day life and night life, right? So this is why you're supposed to get up at dawn when the sun comes up and go to bed when the sun goes down, because things become distorted at night when you don't have full light. Okay. And also I want to remind you guys, if you haven't seen Laura Eisenhower's video with Chris Macklin, she's done 2 with Chris lately. He is a Melchizedek healer, and he's amazing. I actually met with him and did a session with him. And so if you haven't checked him out, Laura Eisenhower did 2 videos recently, and at the end of both videos, he does a 10-minute clearing on both. So check him out for yourself. But also he's doing a worldwide meditation to clear out dark energies on the 17th, on Saturday. So you can go to his website, but go to, I forget the name of his website. So go to Laura's video on YouTube, Laura Eisenhower. It's President Eisenhower's great-granddaughter, if you're not familiar with her. But go to his videos, because his information will be in those videos. Yeah, if you want to join he's trying to get, several thousand people together to do this meditation on Saturday. That's the 17th at 3 p.m. Central. Okay? So, starting this read with the Queen of Cups upright at 12:17. 12 is the hangman, 17 is the star, and here is that Queen of Cups here with the clarifications on top and 4 cards down starting from the bottom up, were the 4 of Swords reversed, the 9 of Wands upright, the 10 of Cups reversed, and the 4 of Cups upright. The Queen of Cups, loving, intuitive, and kind, after not sleeping and rising above, and or awakening and coming out. The wounded warrior, emotionally unfulfilled, in an emotional cycle of unhappiness or a family ending, now overdone. Grounding and integrating of love or boredom, apathy, and allowing Zen, not feeling badly about self for not doing a thing. Allowing, surrendering to unraveling of the inspiration that comes naturally, slowly, like the seasons. The Queen of Cups destined to separation, heartbreak, or in other words, expansion of the heart with new information and clarity in order to find peace, away on vacation from depression or arrogance, 2 sides of the same coin, and a need to heal rejection, vulnerability, shyness, spoiledness, or entitledness, things that we call ourselves and others based on false programs. And then pogroms also came up. Starvation. When one is hungry, starving, they will do whatever their controller says. Pavlov's dog, salivating over footsteps of the owner, feeding you, not salivating over the food itself anymore. Out in the cold, exile, hungry, homeless, ill, injured, coming clean, getting clean, about shame and guilt, the Knight of Wands upright and the Queen of Wands upright together, not using their intuition and revealing their secret, grieving loss, regret, shame, and guilt. Past can't get past, the past you can't get past, and the fool free with an open heart to leap into ego death, weakness and surrender, confess, dump a load, a burden, responsibilities, and Aries proud and on their way, with Leo reversed weak and playing nursemaid perhaps, or the fool is free, or Aries dumped all their responsibilities on Leo reversed or in ego death. The fool with faithful loyal friend at their heels who would walk off a cliff if they told them to, or if they said to. Now, all of a sudden, the beast stops in their tracks with their owner going flying over them, which my father did. I witnessed it. It was pretty funny, actually. When the beast stops in their tracks, no longer cowering, and the owner gets thrown, the slave or dog saying, "Not this time, buddy," or instead of walking the dog on a leash, you're setting them free to return only if they please. They know where you live. So something that also came up, I'll get to that in a second, but cleaning up the act or space away from the Ten of Pentacles, dysfunction, whether it's a family, business, or community, or loss of control, the worst now over, with bliss of the hanging man, still now seeing new perspectives and just hanging out. The dog's no longer begging at the owner's feet, and somebody's relaxing and saying, finally, peace and quiet. Bridges now burned, not as bad as you thought. Their bridge to rebuild now, not mine. The inn at penny, or pennypack, or your inn, quote unquote, may be the mighty pen, quote unquote. This could be the one comes up, and even more so underneath is getting to know each other. And when pennypack came up, because there's a pennypack park not far from me, and so obviously the penny was coming up, pen, penny, and pennypack. And pennypack, that word comes from the Lenape Indian word for slow-moving water or emotions. And it stretches 9 miles from Montgomery County to the Delaware River, over 1,600 acres, 16 is the tower, of woodlands, meadows, wetlands, and fields. And of course, Mason's Mill Road comes in there, of course, to try to distort nature's beauty. Also, I went to the website and it talks about Lyme disease and ticks, which is another, invasion of the dark energies, just to try to control people. And then also they listed major devastation from the EAB, or the emerald ash borer beetle, which showed up around 2014 in the park. And it kills, it breaks down and kills most of the ash trees. I'm sure there's other trees too, but they were working on, getting all that stuff out of the woods. So the emerald ash borer beetle, very interesting. Okay. So at 12:51, which is the hangman and 51 of the King of Swords, the tower, you look at that flame going in the candle. I was just noticing, it's not usually that crazy. I have a little bit of sage burning right now too, which it usually burns out right away, because this one type of sage I bought doesn't burn very long at all. But it's still going today, so I guess it's needed. So notice the flame, see if anything changes about it as I'm reading. All right, so the tower is reversed. After jealous rage and not walking away, uncomfortable energies, and the King of Pentacles upright, saving girls from themselves on a quest to flirt casually or show their feminine muscle and power, perhaps casual sex, by leaving the home. Boobs and butt cracks on display. Superman on his way to put out the fire with a bit of muscle and do-si-do. Some fancy footwork. Dance like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali, keeping them on their toes, unstable, perpetuating expansion, discomfort, to seek comfort, moving, visiting, coming home, ending a party or marriage, and keeping things fresh or sassy, or someone playing jealousy games on purpose to control another's expansion, taking away their free will and hurting them in the process, because they're hurting their feelings playing jealousy games. Perseverance comes up here with number 4. And below that came up timeout, which is 37. So the number 4 came up very significant here because there were 2 4s in a row. The 4 of Wands came up, and then the 4 of the Perseverance card. And timeout with 37 is unconditional love. So the 2 4s together makes the 2 capital H's side by side. And this was a symbol that came up a couple weeks ago. It's literally 2 H's side by side, or it's 2 E's back to back on their side, or it's 4 4s. All right, so if the 4 4s is 2 H's, so it's the 4 in each direction, right? So up and down and then side to side literally comes out to the 2 H's, which is the 2 8s dancing side by side, both balanced within their own masculine and feminine. And the 4 4s is also, besides the 2 H's or the 2 8s, the 2 E's is a fence or a boundary. It also is the capital I that's been stabbed through the heart and keeled over. I am that I am, pierced through the heart and collapsed. A pitchfork times 2, or man up in arms displaying their muscles, or man at the altar, the pulpit, the presentation, the speech. The 4-H Club and the 4 Horsemen come up here with Revelation 6 from wikipedia.org of the scroll in God's right hand and that was sealed with 7 seals. The Lamb of God, the Lion of Judah, opened the first 4 of the 7 seals that summons the 4 beings on white, red, black, and pale green horses. Per Zechariah, in order to patrol the earth and cause quiet rest. Per Ezekiel, the sword, the famine, the wild beasts, and the plague. The first H on the white horse with a bow or the archer and given a crown as a figure of conquest, perhaps invoking pestilence, Christ, or the Antichrist. The second H, a sword, a red horse, and warlike. It is the creator of war. The third H being the food merchant on a black horse, the symbol of famine. And the fourth H, the pale green, and upon it rides death, or the Grim Reaper, I suppose, accompanied by Hades, all given authority over 1/4 of the earth to kill with the sword, the famine, the plague, and the beasts, which the sword is the word, using the word to control humans, or famine using starvation, like Pavlov's dog, to control humans, or the plague, like the virus, used to control humans, right, so they don't speak their truth or can't breathe, and then the beast, which is the pest, to control the pests, to use them. And I just brought up the beetle in the park. So now the virus can represent freedom, but also health, because it's freedom of speech being taken away from us, or freedom to breathe, but also be health. But also the pests can be health and beauty, right? Destroying the beauty of nature. And as these were coming up online, also was coming up was the Thai king, the new king, the prince in Thai, who just became king a few years ago. And I guess he was coronated last year. But he just came up in the news because apparently he has signed all of the assets of Thailand into his own name. So now he's got, I don't know, $1 trillion or whatever. But so he's coming up. I don't know if he's considered one of the 4 horsemen, since that's one of the people coming up. But I looked up his birthday, and he's got the same birthday as my brother and the same life lesson number as my twin. So that was really weird. I mean, he's obviously very entitled. So, and the age was 68, which is funny because that's the destiny of my twin, and his life lesson number was all correlating to my twin in some way. That was weird. So the U.S. Had quit, the UN Rights Council in 2018. And the other news that was coming up here was that China and Russia got voted into this United Nations Rights Council and Cuba as well, but Saudi Arabia did not because I don't know how they selected, but they, in the article is just bringing up the fact that they're one of the worst abusers of rights, right? Not giving women their rights for sure in Saudi Arabia, and China as well, two of the worst. So there was some kind of, there were 2 Americans held hostage in Yemen by Iran-backed forces in exchange for over 200 militants they wanted back, and apparently this went through. The news message was at 11:11 for today, 10/14/20. And 2 Americans plus the remains of a third were released in exchange for the 200. And then the 4-H Club was also coming up right the opposite end of the spectrum. Instead of 4 dark horses, 4-H's being a youth organization. And the 4-H's represent head, heart, hands, and health. And the symbol is the 4-leaf clover with an H in each clover. And the clovers, each leaf is like the shape of a heart, 4 hearts. And this was at 144. Okay, so that came up. The prince and the 4-H's came up at 144. At 145, we're back to the read with foolish behavior, dumping multiple loads, emotional attachments, perhaps good news, and leading the way to move to peace, post-wartime peace talks, dissatisfaction and not getting your wish, as the Knight of Swords or messenger of truth is now on top. Hanging glasses at the bar or restaurant, post-virus failure to launch, and now the Knight of Swords rushes in with an announcement. Field cleared up and unhappy alone. The Knight of Swords and Queen of Cups drop all their burdens, confess, and hang out in a visit. Persevering, the 4, the upside down, the upright 4, and the upside down 4, or in other words, 1H. Okay? And 1H represents, I always call that the lap dance, because it's like 2 chairs. I can't talk right, you notice. No words are coming out of my mouth right. Is it Mercury retrograde right now? I think it is. But the two chairs stacked on top of each other is the H. So it's coming up here. The recent past is the Knight of Swords reversed with no 5D message, receiving new passion and growth from an implementation of a plan, working to align and hold your tongue or hold back an announcement from the King of Cups reversed, who may be defensive, maybe has the virus or is at war or with a bodyguard. The Emperor reversed and that Page of Wands upright, which can be a child who's on the lookout for the Emperor or the bodyguard, and the Sovereign uncomfortable in an ending with family or emotional cycle, or just overdone 10 of Cups reversed, family or cycle. Or the Emperor upright is the King of Cups reversed, and the Page of Wands upright is a young bodyguard, inspired, and sovereign holding back an announcement to align with their true authenticity and mission, but uncomfortable in receiving offers of sex and or creativity or new proposals or projects from family who may be strategizing. The foundation here, or the root of the matter, is the 2 of Pentacles upright, the surrender. Well, actually, is that? Yes. The 2 of Pentacles surrendering to the universe, to the synchronicities, to heaven in their eyes, looking back, or unable to purchase everything they want due to nothing coming in right now. The 10 of Cups reversed, end of family or emotional cycle of unhappiness, of the King of Pentacles upright, stable and balanced, in control or on top of his past. The central energy at the heart of the matter is the Ace of Wands upright, a new passion to dump the load, the burdens, the responsibilities, and confess, perhaps to laziness or resistance or stubbornness at night, or with cancer, unable to get dogs under control, or when the dogs get out or escape at night. Surrendering to passions, ignited to get their wish or your wish, challenged by the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus reversed, or in a divorce, a break from the establishment, over kindness, in conflict, confrontation, and dealing with a stubborn bull, detoxing, suffering in silence, a nightmare, stress, purging, grief, guilt, shame, and the past, and feeling of failure under the radar, and coming together with friends, perhaps happy hour, or a celebration, or in joy, but feeling in exile, injured, ill, or destitute, the wounded warrior guarded about a big love through work, and depression and or arrogance, in a split, a divide, a lie, or BS, and a need for clarity, looking back, going back, or living in the past with the Ten of Pentacles, dysfunctional family, business, or community, and or loss, abuse of wealth, and the Queen of Cups focusing on heart and grounding and integrating a back that turned on love. Her offer of love and being rejected by the Page of Cups reversed and the King of Cups reversed, and that can be father and child, at 220, which is the High Priestess and Judgment. The Scrooge of the Page of Cups and the King of Cups both reversed. The Scrooge letting go of funds, perhaps that they have been sitting on. Now the Nine of Cups upright, with the light shining down upon them, without an option, inspired and excited, Justice, Divorce, Libra, or Mediator, Judge, and the Queen of Wands upright and the King of Swords upright, and an announcement by messenger. Sharing or settling out with the Queen of Swords reversed, perhaps the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands, with the Queen of Swords reversed Libra, or a really hurt woman, or a liar who's verbally abusive. Satisfaction with light shown, putting it out there, love at the workplace. Emperor reversed, getting their wish of attention but hiding their face. Defenseless to withholding or playing hardball at the workplace on a quest to win in split, divide, lies, or BS, and caught in the act of major lies all around, now and in the past. Finding peace in family dysfunction and or abuse of wealth, family, business, or community, and the Queen of Swords reversed, not properly reflecting him. The Ten of Cups reversed, no more playing fetch. The Knight of Wands rushing in to save the beast. Leo reversed, ego reversed, or out of control, Sagittarius upright, or Leo reversed. In disconnect, not seeing eye to eye, or at a distance, or the Queen of Swords reversed is severely depressed or a chronic liar. Sagittarius upright, Leo reversed, in disconnect with Emperor reversed, in a bold move to free self from negative energetic exchange, or blocking that energetic exchange with the Queen of Cups upright, who was rising above and coming out about, or to the Queen of Wands, who's been looking the other way. Or the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands are not sleeping at night or not talking to each other, or cancer-free to disconnect from your reunion of Dark High Priestess reversed with the Queen of Cups and or Queen of Wands. Or the keys were already dropped off by the realtor, so they wouldn't have to see each other. Getting wish, putting it out there to touch, the Emperor reversed, confessing only after caught lying red-handed, finding peace in a casual affair with the Queen of Swords reversed, or consort, and that was coming up with the Prince of Thailand. The consort with a negative family and emotional background, finding joy only in sex and not using their intuition, revealing secrets or bribing people with information found in bed together with a consort. Wife and consort pretending the other doesn't exist, with power-hungry leader who doesn't really care about either. Or the Queen of Cups freed self by doing things her way and blocking any rebuttal, or freed self from a negative sexual energy experience where others look the other way as if it doesn't exist or matter. Soon is the Seven of Crystals, the Divine Feminine's heart in the E Tower, the 5D Tower, the grounding and integrating of self-satisfaction after having been ignored in love and a negative past experience with the King of Swords and the King of Wands and the Sovereign group. Sovereign who receives lots of attention, the King of Wands and the King of Swords, together both reaping the rewards of the Divine Feminine's heart, offering to dump an emotional load, to purge, to cry, overwhelmed by a negative past, or childhood, or bad kids up to no good, or a group reaping rewards and dumping on kids, or with a difficult past, or purging of the past at 246, which is the High Priestess, and the Children in the Garden, the Six of Cups. The twin flames are seeing themselves as the Eight of Wands reversed, perhaps in a heated debate, or blocking each other's energetic exchange at 247, which is then the Seven of Cups, the synchronicities, or they could be arguing or delaying communication and or travel, juggling, performing, and getting sucked into low vibrations who don't use their intuition, or trapped, hostage, prison, anxiety, and fear of magician embodiment, for fear of magician embodiment, and letting go of the Queen of Pentacles reversed, perhaps losing money, or just letting go of holding on to things in general, and spreading the word of the dark night, death, end, or transition, or of a divorce, with Taurus reversed, or break from establishment, break away from norms or religion, or the secret is out about alternative belief systems. Keep an open mind comes up for the twins, as well as it is safe for you to love, chemistry, and flirt. Around the twins, or how they are seen, is the Ace of Pentacles reversed, withholding time, money, and effort, perhaps a loan that was refused, or a repayment that hasn't come in. Uncomfortable energies, but still not walking away from the Empress reversed, perhaps an ill parent or a dark mother energy. Losing patience, fallen angel, Sagittarius reversed and Taurus reversed, exposed, and or very active kids exposing all, or Leo upright, Taurus reversed, Sagittarius reversed here. The block here for the twins is the Six of Pentacles upright, sharing with each other or settling out with each other, being charitable, justice, divorce, Libra deliberating, poor judgment, non-judgment, indecisiveness, or choking on their words or need to swallow their pride, or Libra upright and Aquarius reversed are settling out with each other or worried about how it will affect the King of Swords upright and the King of Wands upright and the Sovereigns group with a negative past or reputation or struggling kids. Communication comes up here, but even more so is domestic harmony and spirituality. The fallen angel, drinker, potion maker, or female, perhaps a Sagittarius with attitude, or the King of Wands upright fallen angel. The King of Swords sitting in judgment, or dark high priestess reversed, working with the Page of Cups reversed and the King of Cups reversed to get more money out of them for the King of Wands. There is no one that is pure here. The King of Swords upright pushed to their emotional limit, or purging, crying, or just sweating it out, with the Knight of Cups upright offering love, or that's him, purging guilt and shame in order to be love. Indigo proposal to the 5D world, or divine feminine in the 5D world is upside down or seen that way by the 3D world, crazy or coming out without affection or lover in the aftermath of sudden events and or epiphanies, or Virgo reversed, Pisces reversed, or Gemini, Scorpio, Sagittarius all reversed in a breakup. Pisces reversed, Sag reversed, Virgo reversed, Gemini reversed, Scorpio reversed all here, along with Aries upright and or indigo child, with the King of Swords in uncomfortable energies, in disconnect, breakup, not seeing eye to eye, or just at a distance and not seeing each other face to face. Moving, unstable home, visiting, homecoming, or parties over and or divorce at hand. At night or with Cancer, an opportunity or an invitation, or child, Page of Pentacles, studying perhaps for an exam at 305, which is the Empress and the Hierophant, or going to school at night, night school, or went out on their own, a student of the world. So it may be a child who's left home, even if they're not going to college. It could have been someone who's just taken their sovereignty away from their parents, even if they're not 18 yet. So there's full energy here with Leo kids, perhaps, or just Leo person or Leo energy and kids, and full exposure of the Page of Pentacles, student, child, which can be an adult student as well, an opportunity to do research perhaps, get justice, divorce, Libra upright, and or Capricorn reversed, or detoxing chaos at 307, which is the Empress and the Chariot, the vehicle of ascension. The Queen of Cups surrenders in a heated debate or holding back their feelings and desires, delayed communication, travel, withholding, time, money, and effort, or playing hardball, holding back 5D messages and or an announcement of new passion, creativity, and challenged by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the stubborn bull, the divine feminine's heart in the 5D E tower, sharing with others and getting their wish or self-satisfaction or just happiness alone, and the King of Swords on his stone pillar, indigo back in the basement. Light is too strong when you're too used to the dark. Uncomfortable energies upstairs when in disconnect or split with partner. Getting out of the house at night. The Queen of Cups holding back messages and then pushing in and then rushing in with messages, could be pushing, and then surrendering to inspiration, igniting new passion of self-satisfaction, and challenged by being still or not working perhaps. Blocking energetic exchange or in heated debate, holding back feelings and desires from the divine feminine's heart, withholding time, money, and effort, or a delayed new life in sharing and or settling out with the King of Swords, resting on his laurels, indigo proposing, Very uncomfortable place for him to be, in disconnect, not eye to eye, or at a distance, and not face to face, and learning at night. All right, so I'm going to pull an energy card for this read, and then I'll do the other read, which is a pretty quick one. It's just 4,500. So there we are for the first read. Ends at 45 minutes. And that is the Five of Cups, the grieving card. Grieving loss, regret, guilt, shame, the past, anything you can't let go of. All right, so... and this is the grieving process as well, which there's nothing wrong with the grieving process. We need to go through the grieving process to not push down all those wounds, but to actually go through them and release them. So remember not to push things away, but to go into them more. When there's a discomfort, go into it more and send it love. So what is the message behind this first read, or this second read, the one that's in front of you? What is our takeaway from this read? Okay, that one just whipped out. All right, so the bottom of the deck is the journey. Okay, again, the rainbow bridge. This came up yesterday too. The two of the high priestess, right? When you're confident in your knowing, so you can enjoy the journey along the way. And the cards that came out, and these can go both ways. You know, really, they can go both ways. This is, so look, this is indecision along with no hostility. So someone who doesn't like to be angry, like myself, I don't like confrontation. It's very hard for me because I don't like to show anger. But then comes the indecision. So sometimes in order to make the decision, you need to allow yourself to feel this way. And that's the message that's coming through. And then we also had the goddess of the moon, which is holding up the false light, right? 52 is that Queen of Swords, which came up reversed in the read. So it's either someone, you know, it's the Queen of Swords is the war widow. So when she's reversed, she's either just totally destroyed, heart-wise, and or she's learned to lie to get by. So it's someone who lies or verbally abuses, right? That's 52, which is also that number that came up for the prince. His life lesson number is 52, which is the Queen of Swords, the war widow, to learn about the broken heart. All right, so let's go into that the first read from last night, which is a real short one. Yeah, here we go. So this was done on the 13th last night, which is 23, 25. Did I say today was the 28th? Yeah. So yesterday was the 13 of the Death card, transformation, transition, and then the 27 of the Ace of Wands yesterday. And I watched two movies yesterday, actually An Ordinary Man. It was kind of interesting. And then Ginny Weds Sonny, very different. And that was very interesting too, because it was about someone in love with someone, and then somebody else in love with them, and then them falling in love with the second person, and then the first person comes back to finally commit to them. And that's the second movie I've seen this week in that situation, where there's two different people involved. So this first read was done last night at 8:17 p.m. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 7:57, which is 7 of Chariot, 57 of the 3 of Swords, and finished clarifying at 8:17. 8 is strength, and 17 is the star, dreams, healing. And the major arcana from this read last night was the higher self, justice, reason, which is the Emperor, shadow, and abundance. And before the read, lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, guidance is the Hierophant, and karma, which is judgment, all came up. So a lot came up last night, and then nothing today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if you count all of them. And then we had 3 cups and 3 swords last night. That was it. There were no pentacles or wands. There's 3 cups, 3 swords. And then we had the Page of Swords was the only court card in the read. We had the Knight of Cups come up before the read, and then the Page of Pentacles, King of Wands, and Queen of Wands both came up together at the end of the read, after the read. So the numbers in the code line from this read were all about compassion and effort. We had double 6s, which is the Queen of Pentacles, double 5s, which is the Ace of Swords, Excalibur, the Truth, and then just singly the numbers 3 and 9 came up, 3 being the Empress, 9 being the Hermit. And then 56, which is the 2 of Swords, being in their knowing, the Empress and the Hermit. Then 9, 10 begin again, and again, and again, and again. 35 of the Wounded Warrior, the 9 of Wands. And the code line all about compassion and effort came up with the number 11 from 5 and 6. So again, the 56 of the Two of Swords, the being in your knowing and keeping your energies to yourself. So what was coming up from the code line, the other numbers that came up, 33 came up also, which is the Christ vibration and the Seven of Wands. 3 of the Empress, 55, 66, 9, and 3, which I told you about. And then 69 also, which is the Ace of Pentacles, and then 9, 10 begin again and again and again. So the message was coming up. First, Tahiti came up. So I don't know if someone's been to Tahiti or going to Tahiti. I don't know if anyone's allowed out of the country, but someone outside, or I don't know, maybe locally Tahiti. But Tahiti was coming up. And also the lap dance, or that H, which is the 8 in the 3D, but it also can just reference the dance of the 3D, as opposed to the 8 is the dance of the 5D. So the H, the Tahiti 3D dance, or toggling to the right, to the masculine, the dance, and then the 5, which is the 5D, and the Hierophant and change and expansion, the divine reason, or the Emperor, and the 6 of Cups, which may be foreign to the Emperor, right? The 6 of Cups is all about innocent, childlike love, but the Emperor, it's alien to them because they're all about control in their life. But really should be one and the same, shouldn't they? But there was an energy of foreignness coming up between the 6 of Cups and the Emperor. But the divine reason of the 6 of Cups is foreign in reference to compassion and effort. So, and Martin Luther was coming up again here. And sine, as in the sine wave, was coming up as well. And again, the INE, which is the 4, the water, the I am that I am, the jaguar, the in, the energy of God that was coming up, INE, which is also referencing the lowercase I, which is the chakra system, and then N and E, which is the Jesus and the Eve or Elohim energy. The toggling up of Adam to say hi to the nth degree, to the 5, bringing the masculine up to the 5D in a division or divide perhaps, or the divine 5D, Ivy reason, the Emperor, the God energy, and the 6 of Cups, the innocence, the 4, the co-M of passion and effort. And M can reference, again, Martin Luther, can reference Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Metatron and Michael. So all of those energies come up under the M, as well as the symbol in hieroglyphics of water, is like the M. The Om as well. And we start off here with the higher self, upright. And beneath that, in this read, was the Lovers reversed, the Wheel reversed, Guidance reversed, Guidance upright, Karma upright, and the Knight of Cups reversed. The higher self with a secret, or they're just the secret keeper in their knowing, intuitive, Pisces after a breakup, perhaps lack of affection in the downturn with Taurus, establishment, religion, and opening of the lotus, an announcement, karmic wake-up call, and the Knight of Cups reversed, jealous, moody, insincere with their higher self or their twin. The happy family in a split, lie, or cutting through the BS, happy alone in detoxing chaos. The 10 of Cups upright and the 9 of Cups both upright here, but the family is coming up as a lie, and he arrogant, the Capricorn reversed, or happy detoxing family. Higher self with happy family in split, and the Knight of Cups reversed may be jealous, Leo, and the King of Pentacles reversed, juggling with the gate open, and the 9 of Swords suffering in silence, with the King of Swords upright and the Page of Swords upright, perhaps a father and child, or the King of Swords is spreading the word. An offer of a new life from third party at work after sudden event or eruptions at night, or a crash at work and now unstable. So somebody's computers might have crashed. I don't know if that's because of Mercury retrograde, or someone might have had a facelift at work as well, redoing the place. Stay optimistic, and beneath that was unrequited love. Perhaps a sexual reunion with higher self, with the keys, or perhaps a quickie with the realtor, and the King of Pentacles reversed, no superhero, and the King of Swords with third party, with negative memories and sad about lovebirds. The King of Pentacles reversed, not saving girls, or is chasing them, and the King of Swords being watched, checked in on by an angry woman from the past. The King of Swords with slave girl, to do what he pleases. Cutting, and the King of Pentacles reversed, no more do-si-do or going back, to two men competing for notches on their belt. And this is literally coming up as two men who've just been competing, you know, to see who can get what girls and bed them or whatever. So relationship change comes up here, as well as domestic harmony beneath that. Defenseless to energies, foolish behavior and jealousy, justice and deception, and a message from the past. The Seven of Wands reversed, defenseless to the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment, yet suffering in silence at the same time. Psychic attacks from hippies at home with cat and owl visiting window of Rapunzel, protecting her heart from attack. Busy bees and happy ending, defenseless in crib. The Libra, Page of Swords, with happy family, while Cancer reversed from past is attacked and suffering in silence in the E-Tower. Suffering in silence, higher self, spreading the word at night about a negative past and or relationship changes, which again is number 56, the Two of Swords. The recent past is the Five of Cups upright, the grieving process, with the wounded warrior burdened, offering help or friendship to the one suffering in silence in energetic exchange, and imbalanced by the Page of Swords, which can be a message or news, or a child taking a swing. The Five of Wands reversed, losing battle of energetic exchange, with prisoner of synchronicities of a dream family at 1010, that very high vibration. And the foundation being the shadow, reversed, detoxing the chaos without option, the King of Wands reversed, and the Empress reversed, who came up together twice in this read, King of Wands and Empress both reversed, come together, maybe a poor match. The central energy at the heart of the matter is justice upright, frustrated between the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, who's excited for awakening. And now in the present moment, or new, not the present moment, but there's new love here at 1023, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands, challenged by the Emperor reversed, out of control, unreasonable, and the Knight of Wands reversed, player, at home, under the radar, failure, and holding on to the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Chariot, warrior, the King of Swords, justice, divorce, and Libra holding their tongue. King of Wands reversed and Empress reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed, no love lost here, the Ten of Cups upright, happy ending, and Scrooge connecting in 5D with the Emperor reversed, guilty. And right when as I wrote this down, I'm doing the read, the Emperor reversed, guilty, I literally, my hairs stood up on both of my forearms as if two hands were holding my arms, both sides, just at that moment. And just that place on my arms, my hairs were, I could see them. They were directly standing up. And although I get energetic connection all the time, I don't usually notice anything specific when I'm doing reads. And literally it felt like two hands had grabbed hold of either one of my arms. So, and that's right when I wrote the Scrooge connecting in 5D with the Emperor reversed, guilty. So at 11:17, that's when my arms felt like that. And it was at the same time in the movie I was watching, where the ceremony in the movie where they settled to marry the correct couple, not the ones that shouldn't get married. So there's some guilt and shame with the Emperor reversed here. With the Empress reversed, working to align with powerlessness, no longer being single. Parents guilty of keeping the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, people apart. Now, in the present moment, is the Nine of Cups upright, getting their wish, getting your wish. The Page of Pentacles invitation to the Knight of Wands reversed. The Two of Cups upright, the third party frustration and suffering in silence, taming the beast of the Queen of Wands reversed. Justice, divorce, Libra over the King of Wands reversed and the Empress reversed. And the Three of Pentacles reversed. Energy stealing from the Emperor reversed, world, complete or sealed divine feminine, all, and feeling guilty in the dark night with the Hierophant Taurus, establishment, religion, or juggling two, and the Empress reversed with Justice or Libra in the middle of energy of the Emperor reversed, juggling. Healing, refusing to share with the 5D connection, and the King of Cups reversed, powerless to the burden of getting caught with their pants down, with the Hermit reversed, lover with no affection, and dream family, 5D not destined, or the Hierophant reversed without love, or excuse me, not the Hierophant, but the Virgo reversed without love, from Libra reversed, and Hermit reversed powerless, or with Sovereign reversed and King of Cups reversed, dependence, and Libra with dream family of lots of money, family, business, or community. The Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, is coming up also as between the Emperor and the Empress, both reversed, and aligned with dependency or codependency. Soon as the Six of Swords upright, peace, in synchronicities between the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, both reversed. So they could actually be the Emperor and the Empress. The King and Queen of Pentacles reversed, of the High Priestess, secret or psychic abilities from the past, in disconnect or at a distance, and the Emperor reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed are without option, inspired, or with child and not sharing, debt, scam, inequity, the past soulmates not sharing, and the Page of Wands at a distance. The Emperor reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed are out of options. The twin flames are in lack or with ill mother, grandmother, or loss, or boss. Ending pain, a painful ending, or the King of Cups reversed announcing a 5D connection or taking a break from fallen angel, or impatient Sagittarius at home stealing from Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, or the runner between the Ten of Pentacles family and the Four of Wands union of true love. This is a romance of a lifetime, and then deception and chemistry came up for the twins. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Page of Swords upright with news, a message, or a child spreading the word, perhaps exposing all about a hostage of the magician or the magi, healing at present by work, and aligning, getting ducks in a row. The block being the Six of Cups reversed, a negative past or childhood, or kids losing a battle, and post-war PTSD at 1138, which is also the Queen of Cups, and justice. Effort comes up in compassion here, and the surrender even more so, in a near-death or post-death experience, or the death that's taking forever to end, with the Queen of Wands reversed, healing, and the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and the Emperor and the Empress, both reversed, caught the King of Cups reversed, and that Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, red-handed at 1139, which is justice and the Knight of Cups. Healing, offering the Ace of Cups, or new love, self-love, spiritual love, or receiving love with new information and finding peace with that. The Page of Pentacles upright, recovering just to walk away again from the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, both reversed, implementing a plan for their dreams of the Page of Cups, a child or message of love. The Dark Knight reversed, post-death, grieving the devil's work, or justice after a sudden event with new information suddenly coming in. A breakup in a slowdown or a showdown, and guidance and a final announcement of the Knight of Cups reversed, rejection, jealousy, moodiness, or insecurity. The higher self detoxing, lack, mentality, and or sick mother, and the Page of Swords message or news of loss and regret of the past and justice. The challenge being an unreasonable emperor moving to peace with his past or kids or twin, and getting wish and healing and forgiving. The Page of Pentacles recovering from coldness of the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, with the King and Queen of Wands both reversed, investing in the dreams of the Page of Cups, or the child, the innocent one. The higher self grieving, suffering in silence, detoxing, shadow work of justice, divorce, and challenged by the Emperor reversed, who can be an emperor way out of control, abusing their power, or someone in ego death, perhaps retiring or stepping down, or an ill parent, and getting their wish, the good student falling short, with Leo pissed off. Empress reversed, or lack of abundance, and finding a peaceful place, with news of the Six of Cups reversed, healing and forgiving, the Page of Pentacles, child or opportunity, or invitation to recover from exile, with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and the King and Queen of Wands both reversed, in a celebration, or wanting to invest in a child star, or in other words, the Page of Cups. And you notice there's the conflict between saying the King and Queen of Wands reversed celebration, all right? So some kind of celebration where it's pretend for the both of them, or they're really negative people celebrating something bad, or wanted to invest in a child star, Page of Cups, which, they're putting all their eggs into and putting all that responsibility on a child, which would be a negative thing. All right, so that was coming up. I'm going to pull you another card for this read and see what our takeaway is from this one. At 5:05 it was. So 5 and 5 is lots of change leading into a new beginning. All right, what's our takeaway from this read? We've got 2 cards there. In the bottom of the deck is the Sun, which is number 1, the Magician. This could be someone just relaxing and vacationing in the sun. Let's see what's behind it. All right, somebody walked away. Perhaps with the 27 is a new passion. Somebody walked away to take vacation or to pursue a new dream, to have their time in the sun. And then that's the underlying energy. The cards that came out are the Storm Warning, which came out yesterday, and then the Angel of Strength, which is number 50, the 10 of Cups. This also has the Strength card in it. So this is that, destiny. It's meant to happen. And then we have the Strength card and the 10 of Cups card all here. So I'm not sure what this energy is really coming up as, but it's saying in the midst of all of this to be strong and find your emotional fulfillment no matter what's going on. All right, so that's your message from the second read. All right, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest. Every day is different day to day. I'm feeling really crickety today, like in my bone structure. It was hard for me to warm my body up today. I might be just because the seasons are changing. It's getting a little colder. But yeah, just take it a day at a time and just find your happiness. And it could be something different in every day. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. And as always, guys, be good to yourselves and rise and be love. I will see you soon. Bye, guys. Have a great one.